Well, thanks, ladies, for being here, and welcome to our third group call for Ascension. What's it? Ascension Awareness. Thanks for being here. So I've just pulled a card for our group today, and look, this is an interesting one. I've pulled out grounding. So very relevant. I just love how these cards come out absolutely spot on. And hematite for the stone grounding is very special to me, because I do a beautiful visualization where we grow roots down into the core of the earth, and in the core of the earth it's actually hematite crystal. And so yeah, very grounding. So I love that. Okay, so we might just do a very quick meditation to open the circle. So I'm going to light this candle here, and I'm just going to read out our intention, which is to stand as one, united in our power, to bring freedom to those who are ready to ascend. So that's the purpose and our intention for our meeting today. And I'm just burning some Palo Santo to cleanse the energy, ready for this space here. So taking a slow, deep breath. And just feel yourself coming into this space. And I'm going to welcome in our spiritual support team. We call in the guides, spirit angels, and the beautiful beings of love and light, including those who have passed over, who make up part of our spiritual support team. We welcome you here today. Today we set the intention to bring in love, peace, and to raise the vibration of this entire universe so that we can feel freedom, love, and peace here on earth. We also set the intention to release fears, negative beliefs, and old thought patterns, any negative energy, entities, or others' belief systems or fragments of energy that are not serving our highest and best. We ask for all of this to be dissolved, transmuted, and absorbed back into the universe or returned back to source. We come back to a place of peace now, a place of peace within our hearts, and we open this circle, ready to do our healing work together as we unite. Okay, so come back to this space here, ladies. And let's talk about what we would like to release for this circle and what we'd like to bring in. So just before we do that, I'll just confirm that this circle is a place where we've come together to share ideas, to share modalities, and to connect a greater force together. We are going through unprecedented times, and we have the power to make change. And so when we come together in a circle like this, and when we're on our own, not just in this circle, we use these practices so that we feel like we're contributing to the love and the wholeness and the bliss that we're all destined for. And we bring heaven here on earth, where we are right now. So if anyone is wanting to start with sharing what they'd like to release in this circle today, and also what they'd like to bring in for themselves, you guys are welcome to start if you like, or I can go. Me? Okay. Well, I haven't thought about mine again. So here we go. What's coming up? Okay, so here, what I'm looking to release today in this group, and thank you for having your mics on mute. That's why we can't hear you. So a lot of little things are triggering me this week. Not so much stuff that is happening in the media or part of the dark plan, just little things in my life. My husband getting on my nerves, the kids, just not having patience for the kids. Feels like the four walls at home are getting a bit closed in, and just feeling moments of when I don't feel like I have freedom, and that's making me more irritated. I'm also seeing the faults in other people. I'm becoming quite judgmental of others. So all of these things I'd like to release, and these are bringing my vibration down, and this is the opposite to what I'm looking to achieve. So this week I've been practicing Ho'oponopono, which is a Hawaiian healing technique. And what I've realized is over the last few weeks, my mind has become fairly contaminated with negative thoughts and loop thoughts. And as I said also last week, when I do see some stuff of the dark plan or hear about stuff in the news, or someone asks me how I'm feeling, I drop right down. I got better with that this week. I haven't dropped down and stayed down, but what I've noticed is my mind is not as clean as I would like. So this week, and part of what my intention to bring in for this week is what I've been practicing over the last 3 days, really intently now. I've been just saying the phrases, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And it's like I've just got it constantly playing in my head each time I have a thought. And what it does is it slowly starts to clean the mind. And each time a negative thought comes in, I say that again, and it's cleaning my mind. So it's giving me distance between the negative thought, space to distract, and then I can choose the vibration I want my mind to be at and the level where I feel good. And I don't feel like it's a place of being naive. I don't feel like it's a place where I have to force myself to have that high vibration. When I'm there, it's natural. It feels good. I want to stay there. I want to keep feeling that way. And it truly is possible to be there. And I'm not exaggerating when I say this, to feel that reasonably good vibration 80% of the time. Since the last 3 days, and I've been using those phrases, my good vibration has been up at least 80%. Now that's phenomenal in these times right now, because the collective negative energy, that cloud, that doom and gloom and fear, that is dropping us all down about, well, at least 20% for most people. I think for many of us, it's down by 40, 50, 60% our vibration just because of the collective. So I want to just show you girls, like, we can do this. It's discipline. It's not boring. It's not annoying, but you've got to be committed and you've got to want to do it. And I'm actually enjoying it. Like, I made a little audio recording of me singing those statements. And, I don't have the best singing voice, but I could feel it shifting through me. I could feel the vibration vibrating through me as I could start breathing better. I was yawning. I was opening up. Yeah, like you, Ali, there, opening up the chest, and the relief. It's relief. Okay, so always, again, a big share. And I thank this space because it's where I feel most comfortable. And thanks for holding it for me, ladies, and for the space to be holding the space. So thank you. Okay, so don't be shy. What have you got to share, girls?
I think it was a great transmission, Daniella, because that's pretty much, I think you've summed it up for me as well. And for sharing that, that I can't say it, the Hopi, yeah.
I can't say it either.
Because I started saying it again, I started saying that this week too. But yeah, what I'd like to release is definitely that clearing of mind. I can even feel the thread of perhaps what I linked into, and some of those lower vibes that just aren't not feeling good, but I am feeling lighter. And like you say, just finding that way to, bring in, if not the light, but just that higher vibration, because it doesn't, you know, once you link into certain things, it just brings me down, and I can't bring my energy back up and be of any good to anyone, including myself, if I hang around in that space. So like you say, just doing those things that lift the vibration so you can at least function and be of service. So yeah, definitely clearing the mind for that last little bit, and those looping, like definitely, like you say, just that looping thought patterns that aren't serving, and limited beliefs, and just clearing that and releasing those, and just bringing in a free space so I can juice myself up with good vibes, basically, good feeling, just that lightness, so I can move around, bringing the freedom and space.
That's beautiful. Thanks for sharing, Ali. Really nice.
Thank you.
Okay, me. Everything's good on the home front, because I've only got the 2 boys here. So we're quite happy in our own little bubble. We're not giving each other the shits. We've actually been doing really well because we've been binge watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is really awesome. So we're watching Korra now. We started on Korra. So in that department, we're all quite nice here. Because we're all watching it. We're not just sort of, as a family, we're doing it, which is really lovely. This week in particular, with all the things that have been going on, yes, I've been sucked in with the media and what's been going on, and there's been a lot of anger. And I think the warrior woman in me has come out, and it's like, no, this is not going to fucking happen, kind of thing. So, I plan to go to the march on the 5th if I can. If they're going to let me out, if I don't get caught within 5 Ks. And stuff, and posting stuff on my wall. I mean, I'm doing it, and I actually got told off by my sister's friend the other week, who said, "You're just always so negative on it." And I go, no, it's not negativity. It's actually educating people, and if I can just plant a little seed in someone, they don't have to like it, they don't have to agree with me, they don't have to do anything. I'm just putting it there. It's not for debate. It's like, you can either read it or you don't. I don't give a shit, but I'm not going to not post it because I might upset someone, so you can get fucked. Basically. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Fuck off. So, but I said, that's fine. If you don't like it, scroll by. It's unfriend me, mute me, whatever. I don't care. I'm just not going to not do it because you're upset. So there you go. So that's, but I've actually had the roller coaster, of course. And I had a great day yesterday. I did a workshop with oils and chakras through Perfect Potion. Yeah, Perfect Potion. Yeah. And that was absolutely amazing. I thought 3 hours of that was beautiful. I was slathered with oils and chakras and things happening. So I was actually really quite happy. So I'm actually in a good spot. But of course, come, I don't know, something like activate me. I don't want to say trigger, I'll say activate. And, I'll go into a thing, but it doesn't last that long. But I don't know if that's good either. Whether, sort of going the up and down might be too much. I'm not sure, but I'm okay with it the way it's going. So, I mean, we can't control it. Well, we can control it to a degree. Obviously we can, but I think we just got to acknowledge those emotions when they happen, and not hang on to them for too long. Otherwise they're just going to eat us up. So getting that high vibe, meditating twice a day. I'm still not doing my choppy thing yet, but that'll happen one day. I'll get back into the routine of that. But yeah, so that's basically me. So thank you for listening.
Thanks, Anita. And thanks for sharing. Beautiful. Yeah. And
there's a lot of swearing there. Anyway.
That's no problem at all. So yeah, thanks for putting the posts up, and that's part of, all of us have our little way that we pick up the baton. So I this week, one of the ways that I was integrating, so, the 3 steps. Step 1 is to understand what it is we don't want and to integrate. Step 2 is to state the declaration of sovereignty. And step 3 is to get ourselves to a feeling like in a good high vibration. And as we discussed, we go up and down this roller coaster, these ebbs and flows of going between the 3 steps. This week, we had some stuff in the media, like you said, Anita, that activate. I like that word. I'm going to take that one on. That would have activated something within us. And so, it takes us back to step 1, because we've got to integrate those feelings. And so I felt a moment of hopelessness and helplessness. And I knew that feeling was so low on the scale of frequency that was contributing to the masses. And I was not going to allow me to contribute. And so I Googled, or a friend forwarded me a link to Maya Angelou. And I hadn't heard much of her before. She's an African-American woman. The name is spelled M-A-Y-A, Angelou. Same as, it's like Angelo, but O-U on the end, I think. She is, I would say, my number 1 most inspiring woman right now. I listened to a couple of her motivational quotes, who she's been, where she's come from, and it moved me. I was listening to it, just feeling all the life force within me coming to the surface and wanting to make change, wanting to make a difference, wanting to pick up from where she left off. So she passed away not too long ago, I believe. But she was connected with people making huge human rights and civil changes, not just for African Americans, but for all of human rights and for all women as well. And what I want to really highlight here today is that these people in our past, they have risked their lives. They have compromised. They have suffered. They have been through so much to make our lives better today. What we're going through here in lockdown isolation is nothing compared to what some of these other people have lived for in generations before us. And they've all done it to create our freedom. And it's our role now to pick up from where they've left off. And we do that in whichever way is possible. We don't have to go and burn flags or be extreme. You can put something on your Facebook page. That is enough. Whatever is your way. My way is to run this little group. And the next step up from that, which I think is even much more important than this group, is my own private meditations. When no one's looking, are you contributing to the love that we need to heal what's going on right now when no one is looking, when you're not getting credit for it? That's what's most important. And we owe it to those women who have walked this earth, and the women who haven't walked this earth, and the males, to do that, to meditate every day. And if your meditation is done while you're washing the dishes, that's fine. You don't have to sit there like home in the Zen to find the healing energy we need. All we got to do is get ourselves to that vibration of feeling love, feeling content, feeling satisfied, feeling fulfilled. Whatever that is for you. Playing guitar, cooking, singing, waxing your legs, whatever floats your boat. So that feels really good. Thank you. All right. So what I'm going to do is just read out the statement of declaration, just because I do want to, it's really important that we are emphasizing this each time. And like I had mentioned, if you're wanting to clear your own energy, your frequency during the week, say this. This is one of the most powerful cleansing prayers you can use. It really is. It brings in all elements of cleansing, lifting your vibration, and coming back to who you are and grounding yourself and protection. All right, here we go. So I'm going to say my name. When I say my name, you say your name at the same time. You can say all parts of your name, whatever you choose. And when you hear the words that I'm speaking, allow your body to absorb them. Feel them vibrationally integrating into your body. Here we go. I, Daniella Jane Hayter Hogarth, proclaim my sovereignty. I am in charge of my mind, body, and soul through all time, space, dimensions, and reality. I ask for soul recognition and to energetically cleanse and protect the entirety of my family lineage, loved ones, and those who cannot protect themselves or who have had their rights taken away. I am empowered. I make all my own choices. I stand in my truth, and I am centered and grounded. I ask to search and to find all of my energy that I may have accidentally lost or sent out. I ask to have my energy returned back to me, purified and sanctified and anchored in at my core. I ask to seal my energy with a strong, healthy boundary. I ask to wrap mine and my family's energy field in blue-green light that only divine guidance can pass through. Let it be known, I reject through all dimensions, time and space, any agreements, influences, or contracts of entrapment that bears intention to deceive, misinform, manipulate, exploit, control, steal, harvest, seduce, harm, or negatively influence my being, my family's being, and those that cannot protect themselves or who have had their rights taken away. I protect and shield my actions, my home, car, workspace, business, website, and published works. I reject any interfering negative energies, entities, EMFs, thought forms, patterns, and programs that are not of my highest and best. I acknowledge the current negative state of affairs, seen and unseen. I forgive you for forgetting the light from where you were created and where you come from. And I send you blessings that you remember the truth and you return back to source energy and to love. I thank you for being the catalyst for change and to allow this time for us to find love, connect with each other, and to heal our hearts, heal our planet, and for this ascension to be a place of truth, love, and freedom. I love you, but no, and so it is. Far out, man. That is just so, it's like it's so meaty. I love it. I see all your beautiful smiling faces. Thank you.
So that's different to the first one that we did, the first session, isn't it?
Oh, only a couple of words. Well, I ad-libbed a little bit, but it's what's in the Word document that I posted to the group.
Yeah, because I was looking, because I posted what you had in the group. I copied and pasted that into that document for my reference.
Oh,
so
good.
I've got it here in front of me.
Yeah,
that's why I was reading at the same time as you.
Fantastic. I ad-libbed just 2 or 3 times. I couldn't help it. Okay, so anyone want to contribute anything, or we'll move on to the next step? Please share.
No, I was just going to say, before when you were talking, before we did that, I've heard the word spiritual war being tossed around. It's sort of like a psychological spiritual war that we're going through rather than a physical or war like our predecessors went through. So it's a lot trickier now, I think, because we're not at a physical it's not a physical war as such, like a World War I or II or whatever.
Yeah.
So we need to be strong in mind and spiritually and vibrationally and energetically.
Absolutely. Yeah, and this is why the meditation is so important, because you're exactly right. It's not a war, but it's as I said before, I watched the movie A Wrinkle in Time just before this group meeting today, and that's exactly what that movie talks about. It's the battle between good and evil. And the key message from that movie, and this is true about what we're living right now, is that in the face of adversity, in the moment when you feel sorry for yourself, in the moment when you feel like a victim, or you got your pity party going on, that is when you have to find the light, the love. That's where we've got to come back home to our heart, because if we let it overcome us, they've won. And that's what we're looking at here. So it's when no one's looking that you've got to fight your hardest. Okay, so I've just had the 10-minute warning come up. So I might just go through our step 3 little activity, which is to raise our vibration. Today I want to talk us through the cheats way of doing Reiki 2. Okay, so I would like, we could easily sit here for half an hour discussing this. And I know, Anita, you studied Reiki not too long ago, so please contribute. I studied Reiki 2 probably about 6 years ago, so I've completely forgotten everything. So I'll share with you what I know intuitively. So essentially what we do is we come into our body and we ground ourselves. We have those roots down in the earth, and we draw in the energy from Mother Earth, from the core of the earth, and also tap into the vibration of the hematite crystal, grounding. Draw up and fill yourself up as much as you possibly can, feeling the energy rising in your body. Now, if you feel as though you've got blocked chakras, you may need to do a little extra work or some chanting or singing to clear that space, so that you're a clear channel for this information. Like, we want you to be a funnel. Then draw in the energy and go in and connect up to your highest self. Connect into the universal energy. Connect into God. Connect into love. Connect into the angels, people who've passed over, whatever it is up there, the greatness, the whiteness, the love energy. Tap into that. Now, some people, they can do this in, well, I know if I really focus, I can draw up, tap in. I can do that in probably about 5 seconds, okay? Because I do it all the time and I practice. If you don't practice regularly, that process in itself could take you 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Once you're there, you're fully charged. Concentrate, bring all of that energy into your heart space. Make it really intense and dense love energy there in your heart. And then what you do with that is a number of different things. You can move it and channel that down through your arms and out of your hands. That's Reiki 1. What you can then do is take that intense energy and move it either from your heart or up into your mind and send it to your intended place of receiving. So all you need to do is visualize who you're focusing that energy on and see them actually receiving it. Whilst you're doing it, you hold that feeling of love in your heart. So I'm a kinesthetic and a visual person. So I like to imagine the energy coming in all different forms, lots of different ways to do this. You can have magic dust floating over someone. You can see white light going towards someone. You might imagine simply giving someone a hug in your imagination. Okay, there's so many ways you can do it. Do you girls want to contribute a technique if you're not visual, maybe like for another sense of how you can send love in that way?
I love sound vibrations. So
okay, beautiful.
Tuning into a sound and sounding that out towards them. So yeah, so more a sound vibration. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, I love that. That's really awesome. So even singing is a way to do that too. So all you've got to do is just connect in, condense all that energy and that love up, and then sing. And far out, you'll sing so much better than you've ever sung before. All right. So what I also want to just point out, if you want to take this to the next level, so Reiki 1 is out through the hands. Reiki 2 is using the power of your mind. So wherever you set your intention is where your energy goes. All right. So the next level, which is something I'm making up, so it doesn't have a name, I'm making it up right now, is that when you've sent that energy out, come back to yourself, come back into your heart space and give yourself, your inner child or your wise woman or your warrior woman or whoever it is that you're connecting with in that moment, it might be everyone at once, give them the biggest, darnest, strongest hug you've ever given them, and squeeze them so tight. Squeeze yourself. Reassure yourself that you've got this. You are making a difference. You know you're making a difference. You know everything is going to be all right. You know that all of the system is crumbling and it's being rebuilt to something that serves us. And we are part of this right now. We are taking the steps to make the change. And you've got to feel it and know it to be true now. So remind yourself, remind your little girl or your big girl or just the voice in you, however you connect in with yourself, we've got this. We're doing okay. There's nothing to worry about. And when no one's looking, do your meditation. Send love to you and to who you intend to send love to. So that's my message to share. We've got just a couple of minutes to go. So do you girls want to contribute to that?
I was just going to say, it's just, you're so fully charged today, and thank you so much for the transmission right through. But yeah, just it's so important, isn't it, to open and receive back tenfold just what you're giving out. It's a two-way, definitely, fills you up and expands you out even more so. So yeah, it's always so easy to give out. So it's even better to get back. So yeah, that was a beautiful. I love your Reiki 3. I don't know, it's a new Reiki.
Third Reiki, yeah, third level Reiki. Yeah, I always do Reiki every morning on myself. So I do the precepts, the 5 precepts, and I give myself a heart Reiki. And I boil because I just go, whoa, and I just like hate massive, I have to chuck the covers off basically. And then I end up falling asleep again, which is really nice. But yeah, I do that, every single day. And also what's awesome is heart congruence. If you go to the Heart Math Institute, they've got some good stuff there with doing the heart, breathing through the heart and all that. And they've got something on for free at the moment. The Heart Math Insight or something is for free at the moment.
That sounds
so
great.
Anyone can go have a look. But yeah, it's what I do.
Beautiful.
So I get, yeah.
And we all have our own indicators when we know we've found that space. So for you, Anita, you get hot. I actually cry. Like I get painful tingles in my face, and I cry when I found that space of love. So it's different for every person. And sometimes you might not have an indicator, so you've just got to trust. And I give credit to those people, more credit than anyone else, because they keep coming back even though they aren't getting the feedback. So well done to everyone who's contributing to this. I really, really appreciate it. We're all in this together and we're going to be okay. So thanks for today. We'll close the circle.
Thank you very much, Anita.
Thank you. Thanks, Al.
Thanks for being present today. And thanks for everyone who's been here with us, all our angels and everyone. Thanks for holding this space for us. Woo! Woo! Yeah! I love you, ladies.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.